Ooh, turn the cooling down a bit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, sometimes the muse so moves you. You know?
It's birds.
It's birds.
I don't think that'll attract prey animals.
What if? And what if the delicate bouquet of my churning innards, in fact, does attract?
It'd be like one of those giant salamanders.
It's just like, hey, what's that? Delicious smell of vomit.
Oh, now that was hot. You've attracted a moose.
Damn. Okay, close. We have megafauna, macrofauna.
Oh, moose is mega.
Mega? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Them hippos, elephants, the last of like the hints of terrestrial megafauna.
Before we went live, we were discussing crap shots and the concepts thereof, and you mentioned you missed a meeting, so you missed my pitch about giraffe neck soup stock.
You know, that would probably, you would need a large pot.
Right?
Yeah.
It's the biggest neck.
But like, you know, you make stock out of like turkey necks, right?
Oh.
It makes sense to me.
Yeah, fair.
Do people eat giraffes? They must. Or are they just like a giant pain to kill? Can they kick you from 4 miles away?
I think so. Yeah, they kick, they buck.
Right.
And then they do that neck slamming thing.
Oh,
where
right.
they wield their head like a wrecking ball.
Just like the good old Glasgow kiss.
Wham! With the little dingle hoppers on top.
Right.
The least threatening
Like
of horned animals.
yeah, they've got like little antennae.
Yeah. And if they come down to my level, they might pass out from blood loss.
Yeah, I mean, like, we're the reason that there are no megafauna anymore. It's not a great survival strategy in the presence
To be
of
delicious?
to just concentrate that much food in one organism, right?
Gonna concentrate that much food in my organism.
Yeah,
You know
exactly.
what I'm saying? You know.
They're bioaccumulating delicious calories.
Yeah, they ate all that grass for me.
Yeah, yeah. Could you imagine if we had to like, I don't know, like wander through the tall grass picking up crickets for like 8 hours, just being like, damn.
But again, that wraps back around to the Snowpiercer cockroach jelly cubes, which I do want to try. Because a big problem with eating cockroaches is the texture. They're very chitinous, and they've got these little scrawny legs that just like get stuck in your teeth. But if they were pureed into a homogeneous red jelly brick, then problem solved.
Do we need to get the what is it called? The laboratory blender that can turn a mouse into a soup-like homogenate in under 30 seconds?
Right. I have been seeing a guy
It's got like
on a centrifuge.
yeah.
Right?
Well, I mean, like it's from a 1960s lab catalog, and I forget the name of it, but it's got like a really impressive name, like the Polytron. That's it. Thank you, Nickus. It's got like a kind of generic name,
Right.
but like yeah, the Polytron.
Yeah,
It's for doing analytical chemistry.
there's a guy on probably other platforms, but like the YouTubes that has a centrifuge that he blends or he separates food in, and he's a big fan of a basically a sedimentary layer that's above the protein but under the fat, and he calls it the butter layer because whatever it is, it's just concentrated flavor from whatever he spun.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Other layers are less palatable, but
Right.
yeah, I want to spin to win so many things.
Is that just like where all the not the I guess the denatured proteins would be?
Yeah,
Right.
whichever ones are on top of like the bulky.
Right. Is it a proud Canadian product?
The Polytron?
Amazing. Amazing. Yeah, Chad, if you're not familiar with the Polytron, it can reduce a laboratory mouse to a soup-like homogenate in under 30 seconds.
Well,
And has a foam-reducing generator. You don't want mouse foam. That you have to wait for it to go down.
well, I mean, what type of chef are you?
Really, yeah, yeah. Getting reduced to a soup-like homogenate in under 30 seconds would fix me. Yeah, you would have no cells anymore, right? It's like
Yeah. Oh yeah.
like I love that the Polytron I believe it sterilizes everything because you can just no longer like
Well, it reduces stuff to kind of its base components, right?
yeah, like there's no bacteria is going to survive that process.
Yeah.
It's like what happened to the dudes in the submarine, right? Where it's just like
Crunk.
yeah, like you have now been reduced to a sterile red mist that will dissolve into the surrounding water.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, we all return to nothing, but how? How do you return to nothing is now the question.
I would like to return to nothing in as non-gifable a process as possible. Like, if you can make an animated GIF of my demise, that would either be awesome or horrible.
Really? Because I think the Polytron would go well with like an ASMR or like factory style GIF thing.
Yeah. I mean, like, for a long time, I've said that I want my funeral to involve my corpse in a cardboard box rolling down a series of
Conveyor belt.
industrial
Yeah.
conveyors while the overworld music from Super Mario Brothers 2
Two,
2
yes.
plays. And I am just fed into the engine of a 737.
Yeah, that's why we've been practicing that song for so many years.
Yeah.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Yeah. So we're all ready. We're all ready the moment it happens. So we get you out and fresh and into the machine.
Yeah. And like also have like confetti loaded up.
Like biodegradable confetti.
Yeah, possibly. Okay, there is a Spanish rocket launcher.
There is a
called
Spanish rocket launcher.
called the Matador, and it's not recoilless, but it does have a counterweight that fires when the munition fires.
Just backwards.
Yeah, backwards. So that it like you can fire it in a more confined space, and the pressure wave doesn't liquefy like turn everyone else in the room with you into a soup-like homogenate. I think it's for like fighting in built-up areas. They used it in Ukraine. And the counterweight is made up of basically just shredded plastic
Oh, nice.
so that it like has a lot of air resistance.
Yeah.
So whenever you blow up a Soviet era BMP, there's just like an
Confetti.
explosion of confetti out the back. Which seems like it is again not the way I want to go, right? Like
You wouldn't want to be the confetti?
I wouldn't want my
Your mass used to
I would not
to
want to be incinerated
recoil.
in a Soviet era armored fighting vehicle while like confetti settles on the ground.
What if they cremated you inside of like a Bradley fighting vehicle?
Well, I would simply survive. No. I mean, yeah, that would be fine probably.
Yeah.
I mean, we should all be so lucky. Maybe my fate yet remains to be cremated inside a Bradley fighting vehicle.
Right? You know, there's probably like, yeah, they haven't even invented the way to cremate me yet.
Mm.
Like, I gotta wait a few years, and then I'll be, that's the one.
Yeah,
Finally.
yeah, you'll see it and be like, dope.
This is like a series of extra powerful magnets will spin me very, very fast and turn me into plasma. I will burn like the sun.
I mean, I think the way that okay, back many years ago, I was watching the first season of The Expanse, and my partner at the time would come over and look over my shoulder while I was doing so, and make me promise never to die in space, which
Oh,
made
that's
me
a big ask.
yeah, and I was like, I solemnly swear I will never die. But honestly, like at the moment I said it, I knew I was lying because I was like,
The first chance you get.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think it was like the Donager battle. I was like, is there a masculine urge to die in a wounded battleship that is being boarded by power armored, like, transgenic mercenaries?
Like, I want
Or is that simply a human desire?
Yeah, I don't know, because I don't necessarily want to die in a vacuum. I kind of want to be the remaining survivor that limps home in a solo vessel over the span of many years or perhaps centuries.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But there's of course always a chance you just fly into a giant rock while you're asleep.
Yeah. Exactly. Or like, get pulled into the gravitic well of a star.
Yeah.
Um.
Just get spaghettified in the event horizon of some previously unmapped solar event,
Yeah. Like,
kind
what
of
if,
thing.
what if you just drift for millions upon millions of years and eventually just get swallowed by the zombie universe of black holes
Yeah.
that will come after the stars all burn out?
What if you pass really close to a star and it just flares and just kind of reaches out and slaps you?
Just like a star goes, ah!
Yeah.
I feel that would be appropriate. Like, you would respect that, right? My kids, could you lighten up a little? Have we met? I was thinking once again about the Netflix adaptation of Three Body Problem, which is fine.
That's fine.
Yeah, it was fine. I like that the characters were characters in this version.
I like their little helmets, the 3D printed thing.
Yeah, I thought watching it again, I was kind of surprised that nobody was like, we're sending this guy's brain to the aliens. Presumably, they'll have some kind of technology that will allow him to communicate with them. It's like, you mean the one that the first third of the season was based like the helmet that they showed us how to print off?
Yeah, they gave us the instructions for. Yeah.
Yeah, like this interfaces with your disgusting meat brain.
Yeah.
Like somehow they'll be able to talk to his brain in some way that we can't anticipate, but we surmise that they may be in possession of that technology. It's like the one right here. Just put the helmet in with them.
Oh, they can make their own. I also like that they packed like his favorite snacks with him,
Yeah, I
just
thought that
in
was
case.
cute.
Just
Yeah.
in case.
But like, speaking of ways to die in space, the second season of that show is going to just have like a wealth of like characters dying in space that I'm kind of looking forward to.
Just the droplet. I want to see a droplet.
Yeah, the droplet looks cool. What is it? The survivors of that battle.
That are all real upsetty.
Yeah, and being like, well, between the 6 ships, we have enough to survive where we're going. For one ship.
Uh-huh. Just like, does math again.
Yeah.
Does math.
Yeah, and then dies to the person who did math twice instead of the person who did math 3 times.
Yeah.
Just to check, just to be sure. You know what? I'm going to run these numbers again. Oh, wait.
That's game theory. That's how Nash did it back in his day.
Yep. Anyway, three body problem. It's like interesting. It's all basically neo Malthusian stuff, but it makes for an entertaining. Like I like the concept of that book series. Is that um, not that aliens are dangerous, but that aliens might independently develop neo Malthusian theories, and that is like
Yeah.
that is the problem.
And, you know, I like the cultural stuff. You know, things that's like these characters' motivations are deeply rooted in their different cultures, like
Yeah,
approach to science and the intersection of science and politics.
yeah. We're all enthralled to the world that we grew up in.
Yeah, and if you're a scientist in a world where you've seen scientists paraded around and tortured and made to, you know, lie, blatantly lie, then it's a little different from if you think your biggest problem is maybe like writing a grant.
Yes, yeah. Things can always get worse and more dangerous. And like I just thought it was like an interesting meditation on like what if our problems only actually get bigger and more complicated and the stakes get higher, and we don't develop intellectually and morally quickly enough to deal with those problems.
Weird if that would happen.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
What if nothing
wild
ever?
thoughts.
Yeah. What if nothing gets easier, and in fact everything just gets harder?
Well, that's talking some for today. Keep it on AO3, Cameron.
Tags.
Ooh.
Doomcore.
MLM, not that kind.
Malem. Develop a thing that can do our thinking for us and let them be the next civilization. I believe you're discussing the culture.
Or Skynet.
Or Skynet, yeah. Have you ever read Echopraxia and its
I read Blindsight.
Blind Sight? Yeah, Blind. Why couldn't I remember the name?
Ian just read Blindsight, so we had a little discussion about that.
Yeah, I thought that was honestly like a very interesting exercise around like, what if intelligence and consciousness are actually completely orthogonal to one another?
Yeah.
And don't like rely on one another or necessitate one another or enhance one another at all, right? What if consciousness is just kind of like taking up a bunch of processing time
Yeah.
that you could otherwise be using to like solve calculus problems in your head?
And what if people were really, really unobservant?
Yeah, yeah. Like, you know, your eyes are not actually a window that your brain uses to peer into the objective universe, right? They are an instrument that is detecting a certain phenomena out there, and then you are using the results of those detections in order to create a 3D projection of the universe that you can interact with mostly accurately at the scales that we operate.
Yeah. And if there happen to be holes in that image, your brain just fills them in.
Yeah, exactly.
Just like slap some Bondo over that.
Yeah, it's like there's nothing that we are ever going to interact with is going to operate faster than, I don't know, 20 samples per second. Let's pin it there.
And then it makes wheels look like they're spinning backwards when you're rolling up next to them. It's like,
That's not a problem at all. Who needs that kind of thing, right? But yeah, I love that in Blindsight, where it's just like, yeah, no, it's pretty inescapable that not only are you like not actually very smart, but your sensorium is kind of shit.
just a little bit.
And maybe you should go back to the kiddie pool.
Maybe you shouldn't just be broadcasting on the electromagnetic frequency everything your think meets are doing.
Yeah,
Maybe no.
yeah. There is no requirement for humanity to post through it.
If you're gonna read Blind Sight, at the very least, check out like content warnings and stuff
Oh,
first. Like
yeah.
don't go into that without knowing
Yeah.
what you're getting into.
It gets shockingly violent.
Yeah.
Echopraxia is fun too.
I might check it out.
Yeah. It's like a nice little weekend read. Um what else have I read recently? I read Amygdalatropolis by B.R. Yeager, which is like
Jaeger?
Yeager, which is like a horror novel uh about 4chan kind of. Or those, those
Like an
internet.
image.
Yeah.
What are
The
they called?
image boards?
Yeah, image boards.
Yeah. Where the main character is like this anonymous poster, and it's like the narrative is composed of three interlocking threads of like his internal monologue or his thoughts, then the posts which are anonymized, so you have no idea which are the main characters and which are ones that the main character is reading,
Yeah.
or maybe they're all them, maybe none of them are. It's
Yeah,
heavily
it's
anonymized, right?
the ambiguity of
Yeah.
online spaces is.
But like takes this character and smears them across all online spaces. Um, and
this
then
is how you lose the time war.
kind of, right? Like it like the horror element of it is that like you lose your identity into this kind of like escalating series of posts where your cred is tied to like how far you're willing to take the post.
Oh yeah,
Um,
that
and
is a real thing.
yeah, and then the third stream is like, or the third thread of the narrative is like this dissociated internal monologue of the main characters that's quite lyrical, and it's just one of these books where you're like, I hate this guy's guts. He's so disgusting. Like he's a loathsome human being. And then like the internal or the dissociated internal monologue is like discussing him going through his parents' stuff, whose like funerals he never went to.
Right.
And it's just like it just shanks you in the guts with grief.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love. Go put that on my to-do list.
Yeah, it's like it's not a pleasant read in any stretch of the imagination, but I think I think it's good. The author said in an interview that he wanted to write Blood Meridian on the internet. I'm not sure.
Ambitious?
Yeah, like that. I mean, set your goals high. Those like that is an ambitious thing to try to write, and I respect it. I don't think he hit it, but it's definitely like an interesting little book.
Give you stuff to like sink your teeth into and chew on a bit.
Yeah. And then what else? I read Rose House by Arcady Martin, who also wrote A Memory Called Empire.
Yep.
And that was fine. It was a little novella. It would have made an interesting episode of the X-Files, I think.
Right.
Or memorable, like one of the top 10 non mythos episodes of the X-Files, one of those.
I think the last like real book I read was The Saint of Bright Doors, which has bits that are kind of like Men Who Stare at Goats, where it's just like these people staring at these doors, waiting for these doors to change and seeing if anything they do influences these doors to.
I've had that one on my reading list since late last year. I need to actually like pull it off the shelf and read it.
Yeah.
Right now I'm reading Tender is the Flesh, which again is like a horror novel about there's been a disease that makes all animal flesh toxic to humans.
Been there, man.
And so they need to find other, like, we've
rediscovered
legal.
beans. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, human flesh
People
is
are
fine.
completely unwilling to stop eating meat.
But this recipe makes tofu taste like chicken.
No, that's not real.
The web stuff that I just finished reading was the second book of a series called Live, Die, Respawn, which is kind of an all you need is kill, but with RPG setting.
Oh, interesting.
So it's like protagonist gets isekai'd to fight in planetary trials as part of, Earth getting connected to a system of some kind. But he's in a time loop. And they're like cute characters and stuff. Interacts with mystery,
Cool.
magic powers.
I didn't they come out with a new printing of All You Need Is Kill or
Yes,
novelization
as
of it?
part of the promo for the anime.
Oh, really? Cool.
Yeah, Studio 4C.
Neat. I really liked Edge of Tomorrow.
It was
Like-
okay.
Yeah, I mean, like I thought it was interesting. I thought it was like different in an era of like MCU films being like action headliners.
Yeah, meow.
Yeah, so I would love to see that anime. When is that coming out?
It's pretty soon.
Okay.
I don't know if it's April.
Neat. And then there was Severance.
Immediately renewed for season 3.
Yep.
Yep.
I remember hearing that they didn't even really want a season 2.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
But now they have to finish the Greek tragedy.
Yeah. Yeah. Everyone was saying like, "Oh, it's Persephone." It's like, "No, it's Orpheus."
Who was saying Persephone? I did not see any Persephones out there.
I saw everywhere
so
on social
much
media.
Orpheus and Eurydice fan art of people like climbing stairs and Mark not looking back, even before the last episode.
Yeah, but like I liked how spoilers for the last few episodes of Severance maybe coming up, we'll give you a hand signal when it's over, but you might want to mute it.
I was right about Cold Harbor.
Yeah. I mean, like looking back at it, it's like I should have been able to guess what Cold Harbor would be.
Right.
Yeah, but good call. I like how it is Orpheus and Eurydice, but they play with who is who,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, I really enjoyed that. Although it's doing the thing that I fear that a lot of shows do when they expend their thematic arc, which is to like go into a character-driven arc.
Yeah. Like I worry about, romance being the focus when it's like in more of a theory space.
Yeah, like I think the show is at its best when it's examining the ways that capitalism expends human life
Right.
and pares human life down into like the impression I got of the test floor was that they wanted human life to just be like this heap of disconnected experiences that would be that they had this holy kind of filter over, but were in practice just like, no, you can take these and commodify them, right? And it would just be like this completely context-free pile of hell,
Right.
separate
I don't
hells.
know how to get from where they are to CEO gains immortality.
Yeah,
Because that's clearly the drive for the higher ups. But
yeah,
we know what the goats are for now.
yeah.
So it's not the goats.
No. Anyway, should we move on from Severance?
Just thinking about Milkshake.
Yeah. God, he's like hands down the best actor on the show.
So good.
Like he is so good at the job. Everyone else is putting in totally like reasonable performances. But like what is Milk's actor's name? Is just like
Trammell Tillman?
yeah, Tramell Tillman. Yeah,
Yeah.
Tremel. Yeah, he just shows up and like delivers. He is outperforming everyone else on a show where everyone else is, doing fairly decent work. Um, but yeah, like you can probably like turn your audio back on now. I think if you didn't want to be spoiled for Severance.
How about resisting?
Oh, I suppose we should do that, shouldn't we? We've been like talking for a while.
And we could be simulating.
Yeah, simulating resistance. I might be a conductor.
Ooh, is it connecting?
It's thinking about it.
Do we have to hit the button? The other button, the pair button with the pair on the... There's a dongle on the back of the gaming PC
Oh.
that has the pair button. It's on the bottom side. The dongle's sticking straight out the back. It's like a few inches tall. It's rectangular.
Oh.
But the button's on the underside because of the way the USB is flipped.
There. I pressed the button. Meow. Meow meow. Do I have to hold the button?
I don't know. Sometimes. Controllers have dongles when you don't have onboard USB or Bluetooth. Maybe hold down both buttons.
Maybe.
Well, it's flashing slower than it was. Hey, everybody, watch this with us.
We're professional gamers.
All right, I'll give it a go.
Okay.
What else is on TV? You want to talk Yellow Jackets, White Lotus?
Oh, I need to watch Yellow Jackets. I've gotten more than enough recommendations to watch it from people whose opinions I really respect. Also, apparently everyone is now liking White Lotus.
What? Why would they do that during the incest season?
I don't know. I just heard that season 3 of White Lotus was legitimately interesting. And then what else have I been watching? I've just been watching Evangelion over and over again, you know,
As you do.
as one does. It's good. Hmm. Yeah, what else can you do? Rei or Asuka? They are both children.
Do you want to try the PlayStation controller?
Sure.
Plug it in.
And historically, I believe it is my fate to wind up with Maya. Just like, how am I dating a lesbian again?
Classic bungle.
Yeah.
All right. Game of play, game audio. Thank you. All right.
All right.
You didn't burn after all. It would have been more glorious. You're cursed now to live with the consequences.
Oh no,
Yeah,
not me,
lucky
cursed to live with
me.
the consequences.
Wait, of my actions?
How dare.
I thought we were going to randomize whose actions, the consequences of which I would be living with.
I don't want that. That's what real life feels like anyways. I don't understand.
I mean, we aren't dealing with randomized consequences. We're dealing with anonymized consequences. Like what you do is you take the consequences of everyone's actions and you put them in the polytron, turning them into a soup-like homogenate. And then
No foam.
yeah. And then you ladle out more to the people who
I want to introduce you to someone. This is Other Iris.
Sister, it is good to meet you. She doesn't look that special to me.
Oh, also, this game is like on sale, I think both on Steam and on Humble right now.
It's on the Humble Choice.
I want to say that it was on Steam sale, or may still be on Steam sale, because it is. Go buy it. It's just so good. I want these
just so
people to
good.
make more games.
Yes.
Her significance is hidden in plain sight. But I assure you, she's an exact genetic match. The perfect.
Then why is she wearing a mask?
You can ask Healer to verify.
And what do you want?
It's not what I want. We follow in her footsteps.
Okay, Other Iris, what is it that you want?
I was reborn into this body, forced to live a new life in this environment. What I know of my past self, she stood above the rest of you. I do not want that. I want to stand beside you.
Hair to hair.
We need a figurehead, someone to be above these conflicts, someone to remind us to be our better selves.
We have more followers than you think. They are not naive. They have experienced this time after the All-Mother. Some prefer this new way of life.
We simply want to organize in the open without prosecution. So we can practice our ways. A fixer, a healer, a bang bang fire, a knower, and a watcher.
It's so important to have a bang bang fire.
I mean,
And those who don't follow you?
those who do not have a bang bang fire will be at the mercy of those who do have a bang bang
I
fire.
think that's how it works, yeah.
They are free to choose, of course. But if they need guidance, we will be there for them.
I wonder if all the bang bang fires are left-handed.
I mean, if you're not born that way, you'll sure try to hide it. So they don't put you in the polytron.
Yeah, no, truth.
Have an open mind.
Fine.
I'll try.
That's all we ask.
Hey, listen up. Fixer is ready for you. Leave your arms outside, and no sudden movements. I'm watching you.
Bang bang fire, not all of us could take our arms off.
You want to summon an occupant?
We saw your train burning on the tracks.
A mass communion. Is it possible?
Just shut up and listen.
You never like listening to others.
Aw, look who's all grown up.
Fixer, please. Continue.
I don't need your permission, Mom.
Don't speak to her like that.
Hey, watch your step.
All right. Calm down. Just everyone calm down. I've had a bad day. Please don't make it worse.
We've seen Healer on a bad day.
This feels like extremely theatrical. This kind of like
Oh, yeah.
assembly and just like the structure of their dialogue.
Look, I get it. I get it. We were slow and you decided to go on without us. Fair game. But we're here now. We're ready to contribute. This mass communion, whatever you want to call it, gives us a chance to set things straight. No more living in the dark. Everyone will see what happened for themselves. It's what Watcher wanted.
The Jows support this. You all need to see what the All-Mother was really like. You too, make-believe Iris.
Does it matter, her disposition? She gave us life.
Not exactly. Small detail, but we're cloned from Principal's hair. Sacrilege.
The truth is ugly. I know.
Sisters need to see how Watcher was set up. How Principal betrayed us.
I don't care who did what or when. I want a better life for Miscellaneous today.
Well, there's more. This is our known world. Small. isn't
Cool.
Neat.
How spinny is it?
We're sitting deep underwater in what they used to call the Pacific Ocean.
What do we call it now?
We've been trapped down here and it's starting to show. Multiple systems are breaking down. I don't know how much time we have left. The cloning machines are run past their capacity. Any day now, they'll go down for good.
The stillborns.
Exactly. But this thing, our home, they called it a generation ship. It can move, it can surface. Look, if we stay down here, we'll end up like those ancient douchebags.
You mean we don't have to live with your lot? What the hell are we waiting for?
It's not so easy. I need a group of sisters to go down to propulsion and bring the ship back up to speed.
Cool ship, though.
Hard to do while on the run. Extra hard with the red guard on our backs.
You were always obsessed with the surface.
Listen to me. There's a whole planet out there, and we've been cut off from it. Isolated, suffocating each other. We need to go up for air.
So you can tell us how to live in another place? If we can't solve this down here, we won't be able to solve it up there.
And the occupants? It's not safe on the surface.
That's where Blue comes in. Blue is the one thing we all have in common. Thanks to Watcher, she's seen more than all of us. She's proven herself to you, hasn't she? She knows what's at stake, and she's willing to do what it takes. Blue, you'll be the host of this communion.
Okay, just going back, I love that they gave, what was it, Chris and Doreen?
Yep.
Ellipses.
Mm-hmm.
That's extremely theatrical,
Yeah.
right? When you give, like, an actor a silence to communicate, like, why only those two?
Yeah.
Right? Like, it's like when you have a big scene and there are characters who are on the appearing in this scene.
Yeah,
list,
yeah.
But they don't have any speaking lines.
It comes up a lot in anime, and then they'll just make a noise like,
Ugh. But yeah, I like that, like, they could have just left that silence there, but no, they wanted to point out that these people are holding their tongues. Or
uncertain.
Like, it is a pointed silence rather than just like a, I don't know, an uncommented on one.
Gain the favor of the occupants. Use their power.
To eradicate the Red Guard. That's what we're all thinking, isn't it?
We don't even know if this will work. There must be some other option.
We could do it the old-fashioned way. We could march on the orchard, try to take them one by one. Last time I checked, we're outnumbered and outgunned. How many more of us need to bite it?
What about the High Minister?
Nowhere's trapped. Playing both sides.
I don't care about that. Will she concede?
She's done more to help us than you know. I don't know what she'll do.
Then she needs to go as well.
No, not an option.
Nowhere did nothing as they picked us off. In our rooms. On the streets.
We are not giving up on Nowhere.
BB, stop. She knew this was coming.
The High Minister needs to answer for her part in this. Do you understand, Blue?
Enough. I don't care which one of you Iris types lives or dies. How are we going to do this?
We need to get to those other familiars.
One is with Principal.
And her Jow has the other.
I can confirm they're both situated in the office, treating their wounds.
But they've tripled the guard count since the explosion, especially around the elevator.
Oh.
Well, who said we needed to get inside the office?
Stealth mission.
I hate this already.
What do you mean you can't find her? She was here a moment ago.
I searched everywhere.
Look again.
Yes.
Now who's bad at hide and seek?
She is dangerous. She needs to be found.
What was their exit strategy? Okay, we're just gonna blow ourselves up and plummet to our deaths.
Yep. Chapter X.
Okay, should we take a break now and then come back and
That sounds
play
good.
through?
Yeah, that
All
way
right.
we'll have unity of thing.
Porpoise.
Porpoise.
Oh. Again?
Where did that come from?
I don't. Like, I think because Bradley Rand's made music for Friday nights, I think some of the old stuff got put in.
I just didn't know it would play it on like breaks as well.
Oh, Graham added a big file.
Oh,
to
okay.
The, to the
okay.
music.
For a second, I thought it was playing in game. Why do you have one extremely long hair?
One. Why is it in the front? It's attached right there.
Huh. Suppose I deserve
Boy,
that.
do you want it? I'm just gonna put it.
Yeah, put it back.
Okay. It was trying to go up my nose. That's how I found it.
Unfortunate.
The problem with mildly curly hair is together they're fine. But once one kind of kinks in a weird direction and goes off on its own, it's just like floating in the breeze. And like the way air moves in my face is tries to go in the mouth, and the hair goes in the mouth. And as you've seen, some of them are quite long.
Right.
So it tries
to go up the nose. Do you ever have like one where you just like wake up and there's like like a divot in your nose?
I wake up and
you
I
have to, like-
find them coiled at like the back of my mouth. It just like a little, like it was trying to go down the drain, but the drain stop got it.
Yeah, thank God. Thank God.
I mean, I would be fine not knowing,
Yeah.
much like how many spiders I eat at night.
Yeah. We're
I don't need to know that.
I for one prefer to believe that I am some kind of somnambulist, and in a hypnagogic state I rise from my bed and just start scooping spiders off the wall and eating them rather than like laying there unconscious
And letting them crawl in themselves.
Yeah, exactly. No, I am the hunter. If I'm going to eat spiders, it is because some part of my mind is like, that looks good. Maybe the cat was onto something.
Right.
I'm just like out at 3 a.m, sleepwalking, slapping spiders out of birds' beaks, being like, no, mine.
It's like you've got dirt on the bottom of your feet and you don't know why.
Yep.
All right.
Okay, let's play video game.
So I think chapter X is the last chapter.
That makes sense to me. That reads as like the ultimate chapter, or like there may be
A 10-2?
post-log.
Like a...
Yeah, a 10/2.
It's going to be a dress-up game.
NG Plus, where we get to keep all our level
What are
advancements.
those? No, go back to the giant light bulbs.
Ooh, yeah.
What do you mean hair's not edible? What do you think I've been eating this whole time?
I remember her insides. They were already rotting. They had pulled her out too soon. That much was clear. What did I expect? For everyone to love her? For everyone to love me? How embarrassing.
Trying to restuff the pinata jow.
Okay, like, do you think if you ate enough hair, you would wind up with a fatberg? That, like, the city of London would have to come along and destroy with explosives?
Considering, okay, we eat skin.
Clearly.
Skin and hair contain a lot of the same stuff.
Carbon, oxygen,
Keratin.
Keratin.
It's just keratin. But it's like,
yeah.
if you go to bleach your hair, right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to overdo it because it gets really brittle. And you can just like snap it off. Or if
Right,
you
right.
use like Nair or something,
Yeah, like what happened
it'll dissolve the hair, but not your skin mostly.
Yeah, mostly, yeah. Like, didn't that happen to, what was her name? Trisha Helfer?
I don't know.
On Battlestar Galactica?
Oh, the redying that was
Yeah.
Katie Sackhoff.
No, I thought it was Patricia Helfer because they had to, like, bleach blonde her hair.
Yeah.
For, like, 3 years, and it started to fall out, and that's
Yeah,
why they
Katie's
had the...
brunette.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And that's why they had the arc where she had, like, natural hair?
Hmm. Anyways, yeah, hair is weaker than skin, and we eat skin all the time. I rest my case.
Okay. Literally called Rapunzel syndrome when you eat your hair.
Yes, Ian keeps bringing that up. He wants me to look at pictures. No. I don't want to look at any...
Are they just like old black and white photos of somebody with like a ponytail like disappeared into their
No,
their mouth?
it goes in collections of people.
And then
like,
emerging.
we recovered these from the bodies of a lady with Pika, right?
Oh,
and so
okay.
it's just like all of the knickknacks and stuff, and then just like a wad of hair. Ugh.
It's gotta feel terrible.
The desire to eat hair.
Eating hair.
It doesn't chew very well. I was a hair chewer as a kid, especially when it would like freeze.
Mm-hmm.
So then you get like, I'm not gonna do it now.
I awoke from the... How does it go? I awoke from the dream of my mother and fell into the state. I sheltered in its body 6 miles. Or I sheltered in its belly until my wet fur froze. That was it. Death of the Ball Turk Gunner?
I remember your smell and how your presence lingered. Come back, I said. I can do better. You'll like the next one. I remember desperation.
So the youngest is who became principal, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Jumping onto the tracks. You can't be far, I thought. So I ran. I went in circles for days, and I felt the walls close in on me. I remember obsession. Your anger, your voice, your face. My sisters and their blank looks. I learned to change these memories, reconstruct them like surgery. I removed ugly details and implanted new ones. It made the days go by quickly. I remember trying again. The first few were failures. Their lungs kept turning to water. I plucked hair after hair from my head. I was learning. I was getting better. I remember discovery. All that running seemed pitiful then. I selected my best work and prepared her for the journey. Will I get to meet our mother? She said. Yes, I said. Be good. Everything reflects back on me. So, be good. I remember waiting. I was nervous. I couldn't sleep. Would you like it?
I guess it makes sense that Principal doesn't need a mask if she's one of the originals.
Days passed and you never responded. Not even a sign of rejection. I remember disappointment.
I need to text my mother.
How many sisters do I need to send before you approve? Before you send a single word? I gave them reverence. I gave them loyalty. I gave them discipline. I picked only the best for you. I remember a bitter taste. Moving in the dark to remove my mask. How long do I have to live this lie? Pretending so I can please you. How long must this go on? Pretending so I can be forgiven. I remember making a decision.
I also like the shutter noise as we advance scenes.
Slideshow. That's what it is.
Slideshow.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
I remember how she reminded me of myself, and how I knew all the steps already. Our lot is to be bound, I said.
What is the texture of her outfit?
It's like not knit. It's like
Some kind of
vinyl.
brocade?
Yeah, maybe. You mean like kind of like a velvety?
Yeah, maybe. Like it's made with intention, right? Whoever did the texture for it had something in mind. And it's probably some kind of like supposed to be some kind of like synthetic technical fabric.
Yeah.
Right.
The I remember line is triggering like there's like a movie or something that starts kind of like that, and I'm trying to remember. I think it's like a post-apocalypse thing. I'll remember it eventually.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
She opens herself to you, I said, to make believe. I remember ecstasy,
We used to do a lot of ecstasy.
like I could breathe for the first time in my life. Set free to think on my own, to move as I pleased without your judgment. Blood rushed to my head. I remember abundance. A great rewriting and all the pleasures that followed. A hunger to be greater than you. An intoxication that transcended you. I remember still pretending. I try sometimes to appear for a moment, to reach out. Yes, Principal, they say. Of course. I realized I can never be one of them. As you say, Principal, is this what you felt? Does it stretch on like this? I remember waking up somewhere else. I've been walking in my sleep again. I dream of places I've never been, of people I've never seen and sensations I've never had. What is this curse? This is your way of getting revenge?
That's kind of like an interesting description of dreaming, right? Because it's all like, stuff that's never happened to you.
Yeah.
Right? You don't dream of like explicit memories you've had, usually, right?
It's like your brain telling a story based on whatever it's dredging up.
Yeah, like, you know how in dreams you can know that you're talking to someone, even if they're not that person?
Yep.
Right? It always feels like, again, it feels a bit theatrical, right? Where whatever is assembling this, psychodrama
Story, yeah.
is being like, tonight, the role of Cameron's mother will be played by, like, this person who he has memories of.
Yeah,
right?
no,
This
I
is
get
the model
like
that was available.
Yeah,
in the
I get
engine.
people like transform into stuff, but they're always themselves, not other people.
She's talking about suffering the same symptoms as her grandmother. Interesting.
I remember a flash of light, a force on my body and fire. I couldn't feel my legs, but I could feel a lifeless body over mine, crushing me. She was dressed like you, but smelled nothing like you. Do you like seeing me like this?
Iris started sleepwalking? Okay, yeah.
Are you finally happy now?
Ugh.
I like the context clue of the way that Secretary is arranged. Secretary's narrow axis is always aligned along the Z.
Except that's the other occupant thing.
Other
Yeah,
occupant,
but like
her version of it. Oh yeah,
the
there's a
feet
jow
off
off
the left.
side.
Yeah. So, but it's still a very dramatic, like, she's standing.
Yeah, she
While
can
laying
never
down.
Yeah, she can't ever lay down, right? If there's one thing Secretary can't do, it's lay down.
Principal.
Principal, sorry.
Yeah, but it's cool.
Don't move. You were dreaming. You always have such bad dreams.
Zhao?
I'm here. Don't worry. I'm not going anywhere. And neither are you.
What happened?
You were so good in the play. It was your best performance yet.
How long have I been sleeping?
There was an explosion, but the healer type said you'll recover. It's a miracle. They murdered the ministers. Everyone except Noah. You're gone. When you're better, you will incinerate every last person who did this to us. I can't wait.
I need to get up. Something's wrong. They can't find out, Zhao. They can't find out about me. They can't know what I did. Shh, 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 shh.
Leave it to Zhao, yes? I'll take care of everything, like I always do.
What if we never get the school dance?
Yeah, what if it doesn't matter anymore?
Hey, you. I'm addressing you, Miscellaneous. What are you doing on the streets?
Same as you. Working.
Yeah? You're funny. So funny. You're coming with me, asshole. Let's see what the High Minister thinks about your new drawing.
I'm not done.
Does it look like I care?
Let her finish.
You heard her. She's not done. Let her finish.
Hey, stop. Wait. Someone get word to the High Minister. Now. High Minister, there's a disturbance in Old Town.
Disturbance? Of what kind?
There's a large crowd gathering. They're resisting orders. There's more. We've learned of a stoppage on the other side. The Jows are refusing to work.
Huh. I see. Well then. Sound the alarm. Have all upstairs units report to Old Town. If they resist, restrain them.
Yes, High Minister.
Send all units guarding the station over to the Jows. I want the work to continue. Do you understand me?
Confirmed, High Minister.
That's excessive, don't you think?
You have an opinion?
The alarm? The station will be left unguarded.
Would you like to suggest a different course of action?
No. Of course not.
Do as I say.
I also like with Noah, as she's gotten deeper and deeper into this role, she's just gotten more and more red.
Yep.
Like her hair is red, her glasses are red, the lenses are red. There's like... It looks like she's got a different kind of rendering pass going over.
But her speech box is still purple.
Yeah, like it's still her inside. Or she's... I guess, yeah, what would be... Why is her speech still purple?
Identification.
Right? Yeah, I guess, just for clarity.
Yeah.
Yes, High Minister.
Otherwise, we wouldn't have continuity with the character.
I suppose.
If you don't care about the station and this alarm, what are you trying to cover this time?
Ugh.
Okay, well, we know what happens.
All this walking and crawling, not the plan I would have picked. If it were up to me. Are you gonna be okay? As long as I don't look down. Oh, I haven't been up here in ages. Once was enough. When was that? Blue, whatever happens, I'm glad I didn't euthanize you. What? Oh, please. Don't act so surprised.
Thanks, Mom.
Ready?
Give me a moment.
Hurry it up.
One
Not
more
many
dialogue
moments
to
left.
get.
Yeah, is there anyone else?
Yeah, to your left.
Yeah. Or,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, there's Bang Bang Fire.
Come on, BB.
Other way, little one. Go and help fix her. I'll keep my eyes on the door.
Oh, yeah.
Come up.
We can look at the giant
Let us
bulbs.
hope not.
Ooh,
I trust
yeah.
your friends to provide a compelling distraction.
They look like big
What
capacitors.
happened to no guns?
I will answer for that later, I'm sure.
Hell yeah.
Ooh.
Useful text.
I can't believe they didn't even load the texture.
What do you mean you could have the best sneeze up here?
I guess, like, from daylight, right? Staring up at the sun provokes a sneeze.
Yeah, I don't. Achoo syndrome.
Hmm.
And bright light makes my eyebrows hurt.
Ready?
Let's go.
Yeah, let's start.
The alarm should have covered our entrance. Good girl, nowhere. Secretary, are we close enough?
This distance will be suitable for Blue to host.
And there they are. She's seen
Mid-air
better days,
communion?
that's for sure.
Neat.
I'm going to cut a secretary-sized hole. Got it? Once I'm through, you fly down there and begin the communion.
Understood.
Blue, the rest is up to you.
Fixer?
Don't tell me you've got cold feet.
Watcher would be grateful to you for all of this.
Let's not speak too soon. Who knows how this will all play out. I mean, you're gonna do great, Blue.
Oh, I think I'm gonna be sick. Feel my insides all over the inside sky.
Would you stop looking down?
Heads up. Someone's coming up.
Ooh. Oh no.
Don't.
They
try
blew
it.
the animation budget on that.
Amazing.
What the fuck?
Should have aimed at the other one. She had to, like, split second to go, like, left or right. 50-50 chance.
What the fuck are you doing up here? Move and you're done. Do you hear me?
You're all insane. Watcher, Knower, Principal, you're all out of your goddamn minds. All of you, enough. I've watched you play all your stupid little games. I'm not going to be dragged around anymore. What about the rest of us? What about the rest of us?
Don't do it. Don't.
My name is not Mauve.
Oh.
BB. Okay, fuck. Change of plans.
Doink. What?
This is cool.
Secretary, where are we? Did it work?
It worked. Sort of.
What do you mean, sort of?
Stay still, Blue.
Oh, we ruined the animation.
We are all connected in this communion, and the occupant has been summoned. This is the meeting place.
But
You're kind of, falling.
I thought that was obvious.
I need to merge with the occupant immediately.
Maybe she needs to go.
Based on my calculations, we only have 5 minutes in here before you hit the ground. Out there.
And I?
Yes. It will not be preferable. There must be something I can do. I will go to the top and begin the merge. You must be there when the merge is complete. Do you understand?
Not really.
Doesn't matter. Be there. You'll
Or
have to
be
figure it out
square.
on your own. Please, be there. Okay.
Oh no.
Oof. Okay.
Well,
Gaming.
go that way. Yeah. Here we go. Now, gotta go through the doors.
Why do you get to choose who lives and who dies?
Come on, cut me a break. I'm not good at goodbyes.
Oh my god.
You are so
Ankle high barriers.
beautiful.
Yeah.
The best thing I have ever done.
Can you see a point?
Did I not
Oh,
give you life?
there's a roof.
Yep.
Have I not given you everything you have?
Oh my god.
I need you to admit you had a choice
Ying.
and that you made the wrong one.
You don't think I dream every night of going back home, haunted by a place that doesn't
There.
exist?
We have everything we need for a restart. We saw the writing on the wall.
而家到我同你講，係咪？你一直都係同我講。
我真係唔明，點解你唔留低？
You could use subtitles. I think more uppy.
Yeah.
你阿爸同我為你犧牲咗幾多嘢，就咁俾你禮手掉晒佢。Everyone has dreams, don't they? Of what should be. Only some will ever try to make it a reality.
A little
Don't
further.
ever forget. Change happens today because of you.
We ran for what seemed like hours. Right?
Yeah. That's
We went so far. But somehow
There we go.
ended up right back here. Do you think we can really do it? Live on the surface again?
Well, a dull knife is no knife at all. It's not always possible to protect those who choose a different path. Everyone forgets everything eventually.
Watch it. There's no turning back from this.
But I must warn you, Watcher. Nostalgia can be a dangerous thing.
Is it possible that you're remembering wrong? That you're losing grasp on the past?
This is honestly great. Reusing like architecture assets and then also the audio clips.
Yeah. Also, time doesn't slow when we go into slow-mo for the grabs
Maybe
or for the teleports.
we're meant to survive this.
There is no feeling worth getting incinerated over.
Listen to me. No one is beyond forgiveness. Did you ever think there's some things worth keeping?
Or are you moving too fast to notice?
Can you pop out through the window?
To help me make them pay. I want you to help me hurt them.
Remember what our functions have in common. Both require us to separate our heartbreak from our hand.
我放棄一切係因為你啊，去擺脫你啊。
Someone will always get hurt. That is the reality.
We know the truth now. We can make a difference.
You know, I wanted to run away.
I have no
too.
idea if I'm going in the correct direction or not.
You are.
Okay.
I get it now.
Well, gotta take the stairs.
Dang.
It's what I deserve.
Secretary, what can I do? Is this the only outcome? I don't know where you end, I begin. blue, the color of loss.
We must help them resist erasure.
Ooh.
The world you live in. I never wanted it to turn out that way.
Pretty close. Hecky, almost there.
Gaming. I should start running again.
Just right now. Just.
I mean, like, I used to be really good at running.
I was only a good sprinter.
Shell.
Yeah. Oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. No. To the right? Yeah. Is that the final spot? Yes!
Nice.
Hell yeah.
The uplink is almost complete. Stand where I can see you. I'm going to overclock the communion. Time will be effectively stopped. I may not be myself after.
But then the communion will get too hot and it'll melt.
God, did you see the NVIDIA AI assist? Where it'd be like, G assist? You know, how can I optimize my thing? Like, you should overclock me. Like, the last thing I want is a fucking AI to overclock itself and void its own warranty. Like, well, you were only $3,000.
Hmm?
Orangi?
What's going on?
We are merging. Oh, smile.
Right. This is not what I expected.
Uh-oh.
Is it a set?
Supposed to...
There.
The scales have fallen from our eyes.
I see you've been meddled with. I promise to be gentle.
Woo.
Am I dying?
That concept again. You've spent so long with them. Human term for lossy transfer. Other words, a transposition. The loss of information. With such basic understanding, death is everything. We are speaking their language now. Is this not death too?
I want to live.
Come. Let me give you what you've never been given.
A hug. Oh. Oh. Meow. Meow. Oh, the gym. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, kind of. It's like a warehouse set thing, but
Yeah.
it's evocative.
Very. Interesting.
Do you understand nothingness? Vast empty space with no possibility. True stasis.
Nowhere to go. Back and forth.
You see, you cannot even understand. You were branched into a world with plenty. I was branched in the interstellar medium. My source was not generous. They kept every memory to themselves. Every memory except for one. The vision of two stars entangled. One eating the other. For revolutions and revolutions, that was all. An empty void and a single fleeting apparition.
There is a star, and a star, and the dangerous gravity.
Hmm.
We were from there?
I very much like to think so. They were so vivid. It is, as they say, romantic.
This rules so hard.
Oh. Choices. All right.
This place. We sensed such vivid conjurings here. Several of us diverged, searching to form our own memories. Some settled here.
There is a landing and the remaining.
Is that what I sounded like?
Y'all?
To the letter.
Haha. I was much worse when I first arrived. I tried to communicate. I tried to learn them. I manifested their body.
There's a comfort in a new camouflage.
Please stop.
Sorry.
I manifested their body, and for a moment they responded. I saw vivid transmissions of myself reflected back to me. I saw myself for the first time.
Ooh.
Yet, when I attempted to return the transmission, they still could not understand. Instead, they tried means unknown to me.
The piano. It was an ugly, rigid instrument.
The machine that produced unnatural vibrations. Yes. Each tone unstable. They seem to enjoy this discordance. The more we perceive this world, the more the discordance. Discordance at the peak of cogency. So, we repeated as they did, gave them discordance in kind. One by one, signals of such clarity, so many of them joined together.
A heightened state of awareness.
We were spilling. It was too much for any single one of us to hold. So we manifested in us to accumulate this world, to keep all we could not. We did not want to waste.
I love the use of the word accumulate there. Like that like it's an unusual piece of vocabulary that you don't see everywhere. It's a perfectly fine word, I guess. But like I just like that an alien is like, yeah, like accumulate, but you know, different than that. Right? I'm gonna use this word.
Where there was once nothing, there was now plenty.
It died.
There is that word again.
You murdered them.
The transfer was lossless, and I remain.
These are cool set pieces with like the spiraling piano keys.
Yeah. Oh, that is what they are. Good catch. Oh, that's cool. Okay, yeah.
Yep. Iris and Joe.
What would you call that gesture?
Backstreet's back.
Are these like seconds?
The
Minutes?
countdown?
Yeah.
No, there was greater distance between the first ones.
Yeah. I guess these are just time indices.
Yeah, I think it's like it's countdown till the full truth is revealed kind of thing. It's you'll get
These are quanta of information.
Yep.
Just a straight up kitchen knife.
Iris. I chose Iris to remain with me. Others chose differently, but Iris was an epicenter for, as you say, heightened awareness.
She was mean. Mean to those around her.
She had a gift, and she kept giving. A dangerous gravity. I always kept her close, and to myself.
You communed with her.
We came to an understanding. I branched myself to you and you and you. A medium for her to keep everything. A bridge for her to better understand us. And for us to better understand her. More and more was etched into her genetic code.
To think the All-Mother had a family before us.
And then, more still, she branched herself. A her and a her and a her and a her and a her that will remain and remain.
Revelation. Countdown to Revelation. That's what I was trying to. Yeah.
Jupiter's so cool.
So wee. Look at it.
Just a little guy. Saturn. What's your favorite planet?
Big fondness for Pluto. I like Neptune's side spinning.
Yeah. Wait.
Look, they might not have.
Hey.
You know, a lot of people don't.
Yeah, big fan of Earth. Easy answer. Easy answer.
Yeah. But like, it's like Mercury's too close to the sun to have an atmosphere. It's just fully blasted.
Yeah.
Venus has just caustic rain. Caustic rain. Yep. It's like
some melt probes while others
exactly.
feel the pain.
We try to looky there, but we can't survive long enough to see.
Yeah. Some melt probes while others raid our game. No,
Mars might be the most boring.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we can all agree that Mars just sucks. Jupiter. I really liked Sufjan Stevens' Solar System album, where he like talks about Jupiter as being like, you know, he relates Jupiter to his father,
right?
You know, father of the
as
gods.
You do, yeah.
With it being like violent and dangerous.
Yeah.
But also protecting you.
Jupiter is the protector, right?
Yeah.
And it's got all his little wives around spinning around.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly.
Love Saturn's big ears.
Yeah, Saturn I think is like the prettiest planet. IMO.
I want to smell the rings.
Doesn't it smell like burning meat? Space?
I thought it was cinnamon.
Cinnamon? Really? Okay.
I have more under this star than all the distances I have traveled.
I stayed, even when all the others left for other worlds.
The occupants left?
That is their word for us. We prefer the Keepers.
The bad kids stay.
You should be grateful.
Uh-oh.
You have never had to face the abyss. To you, there has always been something.
You have no idea what we have been through.
Say what you will, but long after this local star erupts, this planet will remain, and its memories will remain. And that is thanks to us.
Rude. I mean, if you think about it, Earth probably had rings too. Got a big chunk taken out of it. There was probably a lot of scatter.
Yeah, like maybe one day the moon will get shredded, and we will.
Well, it will crash into us.
Yeah,
it is getting closer, so.
Yeah. You know, many body problems.
You're telling me.
To that degree, Iris will never know death. She is perfectly preserved in me. And in you. And you. And you. To the very end, she was so protective of her sisters. She never allowed me to listen in.
I am all you need.
But now that you have returned to your source, her branch, and all the articulation in its curvature can be held in us.
We're closing down the repo, kids. Get all your commits in.
Back to the stage.
Getting all Hideakiano.
This is it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
We no longer have to reduce ourselves in this manner. There no longer needs to be a you and me. We can cast their language aside and complete this merge.
Before we have to push to prod.
All right, it's Friday afternoon, everyone. I need everyone to get their commits in.
Yeah.
Before the long weekend.
Will it hurt?
I have capacity for you. You will just be me. You always were.
Red to blue. Ready or not, here I come.
Ready or not, now I'm you. Ooh. Oh.
Yeah, the animation is like very good when they commit to it, right?
There was just an update, so maybe
action.
maybe they updated a bunch of animations anyways.
Maybe. But like the violence we've seen in this game has been like kinetic.
Yes. Yeah,
like
yeah.
You felt it.
It's very abrupt.
For me and me and me and me and me.
That was unpleasant.
Was it?
This. You pretended.
I'm always learning something new.
Aw.
What are you doing?
Giving you everything I have.
Good work, Secretary. Keep it up.
The refracted lifetime spent by me, by Watcher. They will overwrite everything you hold.
But Iris, her source. You can't. The originals. She'll be gone.
Now all we have is bottomless song. Iris must be allowed to die, or nothing will change. We can't hold onto everything. Sometimes, you just don't fit in the backpack.
Woof.
No, not my Iris.
Uh-huh. Oh. What year is it?
Do we want to take our break here?
Sure.
And that way we'll have like a clear... Yeah. All right. We'll be back in a few short minutes, chat.
And then we'll dunk it in the end zone.
Yep. All right. We return.
All
right.
righty.
We are in where? I guess it will be revealed to us.
Yeah.
There are several
It
places.
feels old.
Yeah.
Go into the light.
I'm just... Oh, it's kind of interesting. The closer you get to it, it blurs.
Yeah, you go to focal distance. Ooh. Oh. Did we get permission before inviting our friends over?
In here at this hour? Is that a promotion I see? Hey, I can keep a secret, you know.
A secret?
Did you sneak something while I wasn't looking?
You keep a secret?
What? Oh, come on. I'm good for it, I promise.
What?
A secret? You couldn't keep a secret to save your life.
Noah, are you okay?
No.
It's been so long since anyone has called me that.
Bad day?
Same old story. You know the one.
I know the one. Hiding in plain sight.
I still miss her. Watchers are just so... you know what I mean.
What can I get you?
It's been a while. Let me think. One dark and sinful. Extra strong.
Are you sure you don't want to try something else for a change?
It's all right. It's all I deserve.
Ooh. Oh.
What is that?
I don't know.
Because I'm assuming these are, like, this is Hong Kong.
Yep.
The significance is eluding me, but it definitely seems significant.
Maybe look up. I don't know. No. Just go the other way. It is a lot like a dream space.
It is.
Frozen gaze. Dissociation. BB. You are ill.
Tell me again about the virus and the host. Tell me again how the virus infiltrates, donning the host's likeness and function so that they are indistinguishable from one another.
Let me work on an antidote.
Ribbons of their guts in my wake.
BB.
What if it was you I had shot in the face?
Stop. Those sisters are not family. The structures and ethics that governed our lives before, they don't. They can't. Had you not shot each bullet as exacting as you know best, we wouldn't be here. We've come this far because of you.
Because of me. This far. Is it far enough?
To be honest with you, I don't know.
Like, you can't tell if they're actively participating in the communion.
Yeah. Or if this is actually them or our like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had unbecoming fashion.
A cold reception.
You can't be surprised.
You've barely aged.
I would call you eldest, but you are not my sister. So, is it greener?
What?
Your mother took you. Is it greener?
What she did was not right.
Then why did you all take her side? I ask as if I care. As if I have not spent eternity toiling over this, coming to the only possible conclusion.
What conclusion?
The lot of you? Unimaginative. She was keeping us down, and you all loved it. Lapped it up. Pathetic. I was bold, and so I was punished.
You must understand, Mother was not well. She hid this from you. You were not the only victim.
Tell me, old clone, did your family turn their back on you? Did the love of your life ever leave you to rot?
How will we ever move forward without forgiveness?
Until you have lost what I have lost, until you have persevered like I have, you are in no position to pass judgment on me. Anything else?
I only came to say that I'm sorry, youngest. I wish things had turned out differently.
You can go now.
Are we gonna talk to the Zhao portrait?
Seems to be. The purple sister saying to the youngest, "You haven't aged a day,"
Yeah.
is a really backhanded thing to say. Right? You were always the least mature, or the least developed.
Fat seafood. Rude.
Great seafood. looks to be.
旅途真係愉快，空氣清新，環境宜人。香港，你有冇掛住我？喂，唔好咁望住我喎，係唯一嘅直航機。吓？一啲都唔痛，半路落去，我已經不省人事，連機票都唔使買。爸爸免費。唔使，我唔食煙，曬下太陽咁，搭咗咁耐機，唞下咯。你都嚟啦，我哋兩個都經歷咗咁多事。我諗係時候去大排檔，好肚餓啊！好似成世都冇食過嘢咁，你嚟唔嚟啊？睇嚟你都好肚餓，終於可以一齊食飯。
This is all very voyeuristic.
Uh-huh.
I'm not sure what conclusion to draw from that, but like, you know, we're peeking through keyholes here.
Mm-hmm.
You've eaten?
No.
But it's okay. Your father killed himself. In case you're wondering. Jumped off the balcony.
Mom?
Your hair. Why do you look like this?
My gift. It requires me to... It's a long story.
Iris. Everything is a long story with you.
So since the source has lossless copies of everyone that was on Earth, is this those copies communing with each other?
I suppose it could be. Or, yeah. Yeah, no, that makes sense to me, actually. That's why we're just kind of like eavesdropping on it.
Yeah.
No one has called me that in a long, long time.
What do they call you?
All-Mother.
Oh, is that supposed to be funny?
No. It's because I have sisters. Many clones that I raised.
You?
Yes.
You raised kids? They obey you?
Also, we might be secretary, right?
Yeah.
Surprising. You could barely dress yourself. Your room? My God.
Mom.
Once again, here we're set up with like a purple to red, or a blue to red.
I'm someone else now. I'm an adult.
You cooking for yourself now?
No, but...
That's what I thought. Oh, if only Ba could see this. He'd be so amused.
I don't want to fight.
Oh? Then what do you want? Why, after all this time, you want to talk to me?
I want to ask for your advice.
Okay.
How did you do it? How did you leave everything behind and then start a family?
Isn't that what you did? That's not what you want to know.
Okay, what do I want to know?
How did I balance the work hours with the thanklessness of parenting at the same time as the insomnia and severe post-traumatic paranoia?
Yes.
Easy. Ba. He kept me going. We kept each other going.
Did you ever regret having a child?
Foolish question. Next.
But Iris was... I was...
Regret? Moi Moi? Or whoever you are. We are poor technology. The human body and brain, too capable of storing clutter. Too desperate to hold on to things. You just have to move forward. If you're tired, doesn't matter. If you are bitter, doesn't matter. I do not forgive my daughter for having left me. Doesn't matter. I do not forgive my husband for having left me. Doesn't matter. So, I keep moving.
I didn't go back.
What?
I promised you and Bob I would come back home. And it was a lie. I even had a chance, but I couldn't go back. I could only go forward.
Good girl.
All right, now out into the light. What are those? Oh, utility poles.
Secretary, is that really you?
Blue. Hello, Blue. I remember now. I'm sorry. It's been a while.
What happened? What happened to your body?
I've merged. More me, less them. I see I've returned to this place. That's good. I can finally end this. You can finally end this. Interesting.
Did it work?
Yes, the memories of Iris, of Watcher. They have been passed down to all sisters. And now we are afloat.
Secretary, what did you do? What did I just see?
I overrode everything.
Overrode?
While the simulation was still running, everything collided. This is the last communion. Blue, it's time for you to decide what should stay and what should go. What future you desire. That was Watcher's wish, and I will abide by it. One final intervention before I leave.
Uh-oh.
You're leaving.
I must not interfere any further. I've already done so much damage. This world must be allowed to continue. Without my presence, and without the disease.
So, what now?
You need to evaluate what stands before you. Confirm your decisions. Then return to me, and I will make them reality.
We're just gonna let them all live, right?
Yeah. Yeah, let's choose the good ending.
Iris's mother and father, the memories of a city, always on the shore of extinction. An obsession and yearning that will never stop.
+1 save? That sounds like coward talk.
Yeah.
It can make you starve.
We ain't coming back, man.
Decisions are being made. There's a bad ending and it does involve saving everyone.
Well, we deserve it then.
Yep.
Will you carry this?
We can just lights off, people. Oh.
Yeah, our parents and their grief and trauma.
Yep. Clearly we killed the Reds.
Oh, yeah, the stormtroopers.
Yeah.
The Red Guard.
I mean, interesting choice of name for a...
All of them?
How would you differentiate?
The provisional government serves all sisters, especially the ones who need help.
A hammer. both when a hammer is necessary and when it is not.
No more hammers.
I'm really curious what a bad ending looks like.
Let's do it.
I'm like very curious about what a bad ending looks like. That integrating everything is like
too much?
Yeah.
Blue, Secretary, what are you doing? You're not serious.
BB, can you hear me?
We have to go to the surface. There's nothing left for us down here. We'll die out.
Sisters that were never your own, follow the dreams of the surface, and whatever may wait for you there.
I mean, we're gonna need fixers.
With what you already have. Will you carry this? The ancient sister.
Don't you see what Mother did? You have no idea what it's like living in her shadow.
A sister who has been wronged and has wronged in kind. An open wound. Will you carry this?
Well, do we get principal and youngest?
Yeah.
Oh, nowhere.
High Minister of the Provisional Government.
Do what you must, sister. That's what I've always done, and I'm not going to apologize for it.
An adaptable sister who will do or say anything to survive. Will you carry this?
They've forgotten us, left us to rot. You're one of us, Blue. You know how it feels. Principal and the High Minister need to pay for their crimes. We can carve our own path. Starting today, you can't betray your own kind.
A sister who keeps justice and anger closely together. She has only ever known fight. Will you carry this?
We've done our service. You can't just throw us away. We have the right to continue.
Those who are set in their ways and slow to change, but with experience to spare, will you carry this?
Like, I mean...
We only ask to worship out in the open, without prosecution. Sisters who are lost need the comfort of a mother. Would you kill us for this?
Tradition can soothe the difficulties of reality. It can also have a dangerous gravity. Will you carry this?
Alright, is that all of them? Or is there... Oh,
They're
the
the
Jows.
This is your chance, Iris type. For what ancient Iris did to ancient Zhao. We never asked to be born. Same as you. We deserve our own way.
The responsibility to repair what has been wrought, long before and long after. A burden so heavy it could crush you. Will you carry this?
Oh, yeah.
A radical sister who came to words later in life.
Mauve.
I'm not going to beg, Miscellaneous. I thought you wanted change. Instead, he'll side with those old sisters. I've lived under their thumb long enough.
She is an agent of change, no matter the change, and no matter the cost. Will you carry this?
Alright.
Okay. You know what? Just for the sake of argument...
Fine.
Blue, are you ready to appraise your decisions?
I am.
You have chosen a future. Without intervention, everything stays. Are you certain?
Hell yeah.
I am certain.
I can't be the one to decide. We need to let it play out amongst us. Now that everyone has seen Iris's memories, I want to give them a chance.
And the sacrifices to get to this place, all that you have seen of these sisters, you will ignore this.
Yeah.
I want to
We're
have faith.
gaming the trolley problem.
Yeah.
Allow my sisters to decide freely, each to their own.
A truly bloodless decision.
So bloodless.
So bloodless. This is going to work out great. This is going to be the bloodless decision.
Yep.
If that is your wish, after everything, then so be it.
Thank you, Secretary.
Farewell, Lou.
This is going to stay so bloodless.
Epilogue. Oh! But we need them. Credits. Oh.
No, no, no. You've got to kill the people.
Is that really you?
Blue. Hello, Blue. I remember now. I'm sorry.
What happened? What happened to your body?
I've murdered more me. I see I've returned to this place.
So what if Mauve stays but Redguard goes?
I can finally end this.
I guess.
I guess? I would also throw out other Iris.
They have been patterned now.
Secretary, what?
I overrode everything.
Overrode?
While the simulation was still running, everything collided. This is Lou. What future that was Watchers with one final intervention.
You're leaving.
I must not interfere any. I've already done. This world must be allowed to continue.
Okay.
You need to evaluate, confirm, then return, and I will make them reality.
All right.
Things must be pruned.
The red.
All of them?
How would you differ?
The provisional government, especially
A hammer. Will you kiss? A radical sister who came to words later in life.
I'm not going to beg, Miss Elaine. I thought you wanted to. Instead, I've lived under the...
She is an agent, no matter the chain will you carry.
Okay. Without the Gestapo,
And those two.
yeah.
We only ask to worship out in the open without
Yeah.
prosecute sisters who are lost. You.
Yeah, these... I guess the religious fanatics would be dangerous without the secret police to murder them.
All right.
Might as well... Yeah, otherwise... Yeah.
I'm good with this, so let's see what happens.
Yeah. The Jows are just gonna kill us all, aren't they?
I don't know. It's not like we need them to repopulate.
Blue, are you ready to appraise your decisions?
Jows deserve AKs.
You have chosen a future that casts aside the knife for more difficult incisions,
Ugh.
that aspires to new instruments, but that leaves you vulnerable, that faces past wrongs head on, no matter the cost.
Oh yeah, that murder eyes.
Persist on the surface, regardless of the unknown and the possibility for pain, that recognizes past contributions, and to go more slowly, that foregoes comforts and eradicates tradition for a new path. that will do what must be done in order to survive, regardless of the soul, that relentlessly seeks justice for those ignored, that will try to reconcile those two desires, that wants to understand and believes no one is beyond forgiveness, that remembers where you came from, knowing you can never fully connect to it. Are you certain?
Dramatic.
Sure.
Forgive Principal. After everything she's done, sisters may rally to old power.
Maybe we should just kill Principal. You know, if
cloning Jawas is a crime.
Yeah, if we didn't bring the secret police along with us, it would be necessary to invent it.
Secretary, running, afraid of iron.
Are you sure you don't want the good ending?
A single moment defined her whole life. She deserves a chance at forgiveness. We all do.
If that is your wish, then so be it.
I just want to see what happens.
Farewell, Blue. Let this thread know true grace.
Whee. Ooh. Painful.
Is like in the Superman movie where Lois Lane is falling and Superman flies up.
Yep.
And catches her.
Bam!
And just like, she's already falling and he's going upwards. So really it's kind of like
don't do the math.
Times
Never do the math.
Escape or terminal velocity.
Ooh, flashlight. We have technology.
Okay. The universe continues to exist. That's a thing.
Got pneumatic people tubes. Maybe occupant hands are very, very soft.
They moisturize.
Might be up the stairs.
But I want to go all the way to the end.
All the way. Rosanna, yeah. Squishy, like Jello. And orange flavor.
I wish for the occupants to carry me in their cumbersome yet gentle hands.
Like you want them to have some give, but not so much that you just go through the hand when it tries to get you.
Yeah, like an end of Evangelion.
What you wearing?
Cool. We have chosen
Cyber Angel.
I
yeah.
never had the chance to thank you for coming with me. Tell me, what do you know of this place?
We kind of fucked it up.
It was abandoned long ago.
There used to be trees here. The soil was rich. Not anymore, but I don't mind. I return every year, usually alone.
The others didn't want to come.
Yeah, we're a Jow.
Yeah.
Wait, did we get the good ending?
I don't
did
know.
Did we kill the exact number of
I
people
don't
to
know.
get the good ending?
Well, maybe we'll never know.
There's no need to go back, they said. We left for good.
What are we wearing?
Well, you came all this way. Go on and make yourself useful. I'm sure my sisters will be happy to meet someone fresh.
Uh-oh. Oh, God. Did you want a map?
I suppose so.
Oh, they're all over there. At least a couple of them are.
Yeah. Nope.
Oh. Hey. Is the vertical stick not a thing?
Oh.
Here lies a bang-bang fire with clumsy wandering roots, who fought the gun and lost. Let your hands be clean now. You are swimming. Hecky Grace. I'll place candies here.
Bang Bang Fire loves candies. Are they just going to be in their rooms?
I think so. Because Principal also had a room up here, but I guess Principal was, downstairs.
Yeah. Oh, there's a thing down there. If we can figure out how to get over there.
Well, that looks fun. Okay, Bang Bang Fire. Why am I so bad at navigating this?
You did just loop, so...
Yeah.
You got distracted by a Bang Bang Fire that...
I thought it was somebody else leading us somewhere else. Okay, we've successfully navigated back to the start. What if we go through here?
Yep. Nope, left. Yep.
Left?
Right.
Couch.
Here lies a reckless fixer who discovered our first forms of flight and disappeared. You loved too much. May you let the broken things be broken. Hecky Grace. Love too much. Maybe I will grow up to be just like her.
Alright. Try the markers again?
None on this level.
Yes, there was. Right there.
Oh. Yeah, okay.
Right there.
I am not used to looking for
Here lies a watcher
the pillars of light.
without grace or graciousness. You were my fault. You were my favorite. May you be your own now. Hecky Grace. I don't think it's anyone's fault. She's my favorite too.
Okay, so there's one directly above us.
That's inside the room. There's only 2 levels, Cameron. You can do this. Ah! Please.
How do I run?
Did
Okay, right trigger.
Yeah.
Alright, and then the map is left? Okay.
Left.
Doink.
Here lies an army of bewildered and brainwashed sisters who were set on a path irreversible. I knew each of you by name. May you forgive what had to be done. Hacky Grace. I'm not very good with names.
Okay, it's not just me, Decapped.
Where's the last one? Oh,
Directly below us?
or is it uppies?
It's on the lowest
I have to-
bar of the...
Oh, right, they were. Yes. Come on, down, down.
So we've got a vast, empty world now.
Meh. Translucent walls. Ugh.
Oh, healer.
Healer? I hope.
Here lies
There.
a flawed, infallible
Thank you.
healer who thrived in her late years as a cultural icon.
Oh, good for her.
Despite my efforts, your days were full of feeling. You were the most human of us all. Hacky Grace. I'm a big fan. What's it like to be a legend? Here lies a stoic knower who listened smartly to every story she was told and committed her life to architecture. You were my trusted and burden. You are safe to be soft now, Hacky Grace. Soft. Soft is nice.
Like an occupant's hands. Ugh.
Okay, that's everyone, right?
I think so. Still can't climb those stairs.
Nope.
Alright. Yeah. Right?
Yeah?
Doesn't this get us through to the... Oh. Maybe not?
Different
I thought there was a
one.
hallway. I mean, we're trying to get back to
Back
principal,
to...
right?
Yeah.
No.
Not across the entire thing, but through here, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Right? Is that it?
Here lies a child who was made into a monster and a mother. You were the hardest to forgive. I still dream of you. Hacky Grace. Every mother was a child once.
That's what they want you to think. Is there a button that shows objectives? Like the to-do list.
Ah, there should be. There was. Find where blue,
Blue.
remains.
All right.
Where would blue be? Well, we haven't been up here yet. I mean, she was pretty bad at hide and seek, right?
Right. Do you want to just look for the diamond? Right over there.
Oh, okay.
On the floor above us.
Yeah. There must be a more
There's
efficient way to get
stairs,
up
yeah.
there.
Further along where Bang Bang Fire is. Yeah. Ah. The cube.
Experience cube.
Here we go.
Here lies a terrorist, Blue, who would lose herself in the dreams of others and found a lifetime of solace in tastes and bitters. You found your own footing. We still have much to talk about. Hecky Grace. It's always nice to have someone to talk to.
Alright.
Now to principal.
Is there a quick way down?
There must be.
Yeah, that's stairs, isn't it? Yeah. Good. Yeah. Left.
Through the thingy.
It's next to... It's like adjacent.
Yeah.
I think you just have to go further around.
Yeah.
Yes. Finally, we learned how to navigate.
All right, just in
My
time.
memory isn't what it used to be, but in the fractures, something new takes place. The past is always changing, isn't it?
Nope.
Your sisters. I've heard so much about them.
There was a time when I took care of them. Then, for a while, they took care of me. And now it's my turn again. It's as simple as that.
I'm glad I came.
There's one more sight I want you to see. One I am particularly fond of. There is a cave where water used to part.
Oh, God.
Please, if you don't
Oh,
mind.
God.
I do mind! Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right. One.
Yeah. It does go through!
What the shit?
It's just in shadow!
Here lies a small-minded Jiao, who was born from the dirt of revolution and smiled through long days of cherry-picking and horticulture. You are still the most beautiful thing I've seen. I follow you now, Hecky Grace. Here lies my harmed and hateful beloved, who found justice after her passing. Only you knew me. Let us begin again, Hecky Grace. This one looks like it's been rewritten over and over.
Do we have to go to principal again?
I think so.
Nope, right there. Good.
She came to us. Good.
Oh.
Good.
Who
Thank
else
you.
told me? Take what you wish and leave the rest. A strange one she was. Anything you care to leave? I can't promise I'll look after it, though. Forever is a long time, you understand. So,
I'd like to leave a picture.
I see. A nostalgic type, like me. Of what?
A time.
Ah, very good. I'll find a spot.
You're staying behind?
Forgive me, I'm one for lingering. But you, are you ready to go?
I am.
You'll be back again? Maybe I'll write one for you.
threatening.
No worries. I'll see you on the other side.
Mm. We're so bad at flying.
So the ship is wrecked.
Yep.
But we can at least get to the surface.
And the disease is gone.
It is. Those things in sand have to just be a giant pain in the ass.
Like your heel just goes in.
Yeah.
Stay on your toes.
We won! We won a video game.
Perfect timing.
All right. Well, we wrapped it, so
Woo!
I guess we're...
Oh, Watcher and Blue were the same person.
Whoa. Really A+ voice acting, I thought, throughout the entire project, though.
Oh, yeah.
I do like how... Okay, honestly, I did like that the ending was kind of merciless about what you pick to stay or go.
Yep.
Right, it was like, no, you can't integrate everything. Some things have to be, like, purged. Which is an interesting choice.
It was very
It's like
much if you do nothing, then you're on the side of the fascists.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Yeah, you actually have to make a hard choice here. So, yeah, I respect it. Yeah, what a timely message. Yeah, this ain't no anime end where you get everything.
That was entirely an anime end.
Yeah,
They
no, that
washed
was-
up on a beach.
Yeah, that was probably arguably the most anime ending to anything I've ever seen in my life. You know, in the mode of Neon Genesis Evangelion, which I love and respect.
Or Devilman, you know.
Or Devil, really? Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, Devilman.
Never watched it.
It's influential.
Is it? Okay, well, maybe I'll have to make time for it. Between my rewatches of Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Yep.
There were live action sequences, though, Lysander Salamander. Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, love this. Just, yeah, no,
Yeah,
goatee.
the big theatrical, the trying to process complex and messy feelings or choices that people make.
Yeah. Yeah, that, like, we never see what happened.
Rude.
In the dance.
Yeah, we don't
right?
really need to.
You don't need to. You kind of know what already happened. Right? Or you can infer what... Do you need to know what the words were actually said? Or do you just need to know it was a messy teenage thing with a lot of feelings that went, like, unresolved and people came out of it, like, permanently wounded?
Yeah, and that there was no chance to go back afterwards. Like,
Mhm.
it couldn't be fixed.
Yep.
And I like that the mother at the end very explicitly says that she was going through, like, insomnia and
Yeah,
PTSD and
yeah, that like all of her behavior is due to the things that she experienced in her life. And like there was no apology there.
No.
But like there's kind of an explanation for it. Right, that you can't like what was she supposed to do? Say sorry? Like does that fix things? Does it help? It kind of does, but like
is that even what's wanted?
Yeah.
Right? Did we ever find out what happened at the dance? Like, it's... Iris said something to Zhao, or Iris made fun of Zhao on the side of other people that...
Yeah.
Were after her for her accent or bad English.
Yeah. Like...
Or food.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
It like, Zhao had every reason in the world to feel aggrieved and vulnerable and hurt.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, our mother, or Iris's mother, acknowledged that it was the right choice. And yeah, it's for a game that like talked a lot about grace, offered a lot like Hecky grace.
Yeah.
Grace isn't really what you need, right? Like the all forgiving power of God, right? In the Christian formulation, right, is still not something. It's not.
It doesn't fix.
Yeah, it doesn't fix things, right?
Like you come to, you reach some closure, but like Mom said, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how you feel about anything.
Yeah, you just have to kind of go forward.
And that's how we got to here.
Yeah, I like how our mother is like, yeah, you take all those feelings and you just stomp them down into the big garbage bag of the kitchen.
Yep. There's room for more now.
Yeah.
I'm not buying extra bags.
Yeah, you take all your feelings and all your damage and your trauma and you just like push it further down and then tie it off and then you throw it away and
Uh-huh. It's like it never existed.
Yep. But yeah, there's a lot of big Christian words here in different contexts decapped. I agree. Yeah, grace and communion.
Yeah. And there's a lot of like halo imagery.
Yep.
And sort of like the crucifixion, the self-sacrifice, the martyr.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
And people being kept in state, kind of. Like there's the
there's the kind of like glass coffin.
Yeah.
The like almost like a reliquary.
Yes.
Right. Which again, like that's kind of Evangelion-esque, right? The Christian imagery. And I love the
because
the reading of Ultraman.
Yes.
Like Anna watched Ultraman and was like, man, I love how this looks and feels.
The Jesuits. Yeah.
Yeah. Jesuits. Yeah, like and that whole like we joke about like taking your feelings and push them down, but it's also just kind of pragmatic. Right?
Yes. A lot of this game is about having to make the pragmatic decision.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have to keep going if you want anything like better.
Mm-hmm. And like what we take a step back and we examine what is the metaphor doing, right? Like what is the metaphor of the occupant taking everyone and preserving them, and then you commune across all space.
Yep.
And in the end, Iris emerges again, healed and whole.
Yes.
Right, into the arms of her sisters, who are also her clones, who are also her children.
Yep.
Right, Like,
I mean, that she has taken the role of her own mother who passed down her own issues.
yeah. Well, is that a Christ-like figure then? Iris?
Iris,
coming
yes.
back? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, the aliens were cool. I like the aliens.
And
you
I
know,
like the
emerging from-
the aliens are coming from a place of loss.
Yeah, of coming from like this space of destruction and complete severance, right? Of like the occupant tells us it only knew this one image.
Yes.
And then it came to us out of the void and was like, okay, here, we're going to like make something of this.
It's like there's lots of stuff. It has to stay. We can't lose any of it.
Yeah. And so how does that map onto the immigrant experience, the experience of being like, you know, having been part of a resistance movement in Hong Kong and like having to flee someplace
Well, I
else.
think like they established the stuff with the garden, the orchard, whatever it is, so that we as a player are coming into a foreign culture.
Okay, yeah.
It's not just Vancouver.
No. Yeah, it's something that I don't have any experience with, really. It is something outside my experience. I just kind of like look at it and go, I don't quite know what to make of this.
Yeah, I've never had to like move somewhere where I don't speak the language.
Yeah, bad kids stay and the good kids go is probably, yeah, it's like all of the occupants' lines are very evocative, right? You hear them for the first time and you're like, I wonder what that means. And then you find out what it means, and it's something very literal, right?
Yeah.
There is, you know, there is the one about the sons feeding on each other, right?
Something gravity?
Yeah, there's a dangerous gravity.
A dangerous gravity.
But like that's also your parents, right?
Yeah.
Who are involved in kind of like this destructive relationship that pulls you back to it. Right? You are constantly returning to that the feeding on one another.
Yep.
Right? So it's, you know, it's a literal thing, but it also has a metaphorical quality inside the game, right? That takes the entire game to fully kind of like unpack and explore.
Yeah, again, because it's like the emotions are so big that you can't actually put them in words.
Yeah, no, this game is great. It is a rich, vibrant text. I should probably play through it again. Maybe I'll do that at home.
Yeah.
Which you can do by buying it through the Humble Bundle. There's a Humble Bundle featuring it.
There's a choice. It's
choice.
the,
Okay.
the monthly subscription thing.
Oh, okay.
They give you a pack of games.
Yeah. It was also on the spring sale on Steam, which has unfortunately lapsed. But if you go back in time...
Or to the future for when maybe, I don't know, a summer sale. Because if it's been on sale once on Steam, it's going to come up in a lot of future sales.
Or you could just give the devs all your money.
You can
Full
buy
price.
this for cost.
Yeah, you can pay retail for it.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just got to do that. I say this as somebody who occasionally plays Magic the Gathering. Sometimes you just, you know, you cast Brainstorm first main phase. It doesn't always have to be at instant speed.
We're going to go now.
Okay. We're full of great strats here.
Yeah.
This is what you watch Talking Sim for, is just like the
Magic.
The frame precise micro and the elite strats.
Uh-huh.
All right. Thank you for joining us, everyone.
Bye-bye.